Let's look at the first momentum building source we're discussing today, and that's building early momentum. A misconception about bold moves is that they happen in a single impulsive moment, that you just jump and hope the net appears. But if you look closely at the most successful moves from this season, the momentum didn't start at zero on the day of the leap. It was built while these women were still in the planning phase of their bold move. This is about creating a runway. Take Erin Fortin. As a reminder, she was a process engineer at Intel, but she didn't just quit to become a photographer one day, which is what she's doing now in her business. First, she started intentionally setting aside income to create a financial runway, ensuring that she could fund her own transition before her business even turned a profit.
I started the business while I still had the full-time 9 to 5. All of my income from my 9 to 5, I was essentially bucketing for myself so that I would have a runway, knowing full well in myself that it may take me 6 months, 12 months, 24 months to start a successful photography business that is profitable, that is paying myself well. And my goal has always been to shatter the glass ceiling that corporate America kept on me. So I've always wanted to earn more than at Intel. I reverse engineered how I knew what my expenses are for my business to run. And then I knew what I wanted realistically to be earning in terms of business, in terms of clients. Like, how many clients a month can I handle? How many clients a month am I realistically actually going to have in the first 12 months of this business? And I reverse engineered the costs there to see, is this even a viable business plan? Is this going to work for me? And I told myself, Erin, you have 2 years to make this business profitable. And if it's not, you can always go back.
Building early momentum isn't just about money, though. Nope, it's also about building your skills. Sherehan Ross is the master at this. When she wanted to transition into digital marketing, she didn't just wait for a job title. She allocated time to upskill in real time, even working for free just to build a proven portfolio. And when AI became the next big thing, the hottest thing right now in marketing, she did it again. And now she's leveraging her new skills in her current role, as well as teaching other people how to leverage AI in their jobs.
I had no experience in social media. I had no true proven experience on paper when it comes to marketing. All my experience was really more on the operational side of marketing, on the sales side of marketing, on the managing a team of SDRs side of marketing, but not the true marketing I wanted to do. So I started freelancing. And when I say freelancing, I mean free freelancing, right? I will take on any client who will let me manage their social media accounts. I dove in and one client after the next, one freelance opportunity after the next. Then it was word of mouth, then it was referrals. Then I was building my book of business or my portfolio. And I started charging. And those who stayed with me all of a sudden went from paying me nothing to paying me almost an entry level salary, right? Worth of, and they weren't my only clients. And so I started building on that. And oh my God, the amount of learning, right? From working on so many different clients, businesses, industries, sizes, B2B, B2C, food and beverage versus like CPG. It was all over the place. And then I joined a local PR agency who I knew through my network, and they were trying to start building their digital side. And they were like, hey, do you want to come consult with us? You know, basically, if there's a client and they need some kind of digital marketing, maybe you can help. And I said, absolutely.
We see this pattern again with Rachel Lipson. Before she officially launched Blue Balloon Songwriting School, she blocked out her weekends and evenings to build a roster of 40 private students while working as a preschool teacher. By the time she made the move, it didn't feel like a leap. It felt like her new identity was already waiting for her.
And as you build more confidence and you grow more of an identity around these other parts of your life, then it's not a rip off the band-aid. Then you're like, I already have this thing. Actually, I'm just gonna quit my job. Which is so scary, but it's different. It's different.
And finally, Genevieve Dozier showed us that building momentum sometimes means using your corporate role to fuel your long-term autonomy. She leveraged her high-level career to support her entrepreneurial plan B. And now she's operating 2 bold moves at once.
I saw other people starting up their own companies, and I was like, this would be the best thing for me right now, to have the freedom and flexibility. I had so many valuable skills that could transfer over. I just had to figure out like what were all the skills that I could offer, solutions, services, products, and then how to market them, right? And then ultimately get customers. So that's how it started.
I want you to pause right now and ask yourself these questions from the momentum audit. And don't forget to grab your physical copy of this audit right there in the show notes. Question number 1, are you intentionally blocking out the hours or setting aside the funds needed to build your runway? Question number 2, have you upskilled by taking on low stakes projects? What can you do today to build a proven portfolio before you officially launch your bold move? And question number 3, are you growing your identity enough? Is your bold move becoming such a part of who you are that when you finally make your bold move, it feels like a natural evolution of who you are instead of a risk? Okay, sit with these questions for a minute